Let's see if it works. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You hide your words. Maybe you think no one heard. You hide their meanings to make believe you have seen everything in this dream. I was inside and I knew in my mind we were broken. I was behind, now I know that it's bound to be broken. To be broken. All this time, moving in circles, looks over shoulder, moving in line. You think you know all the answers. I was inside and I knew in my mind we were broken. I was behind, now I know that it's mine to be broken. I won't regret what it's like to forget we were broken. Now I can see what it's like to be free and unbroken. And unbroken. Absence, breakdown, closure, distance, easy, fallout, goddess, healing, insight, justice, kill switch, lurking, movement, nature opens your head. Now you can feel what it's like to be freed and unbroken. Maybe you'll see what the machines now concede, that we're broken. We are broken. We were broken. We were broken. Oh man, I messed up. I thought I was recording, and apparently I wasn't. So I guess that version is that. Oh man. All right, let me come back. Oh, that sucks. What a mess. Oh, shit. May as well save. And hello. You could play it again and record this time. I don't know. I thought I did a good take the first time, and then anyway, that was broken. And well, I would, but then it would be weird just doing it twice. I don't think I could do it twice live in front of all of you. It's a little unnerving. But yeah, I was going through old files today, and I thought, man, there's a few that I haven't finished, and it goes along with the theme. When do you know when you should quit on something? But no, don't worry. I'm not quitting abox. I couldn't. I'm the only one left. If I quit, it would be dead. So I'm not doing that. But I understand what it's like to feel that feeling. And believe me, I was close this week. I was so close. Because I spent, well, I spent most of my week with a migraine, which literally let me go sometime this morning, but it was kind of lingering all day. One of those like low grade things. But the last couple days, it was so bad. Um, but it was pretty bad. Oh, Liam says, can't you use the video recording and take out the audio? I probably could, but you know, I'm thinking there's a better take in there somewhere that I can do. I hadn't practiced this one in a long time, so I thought I would come back to it. And I don't know why. I didn't have anything else that I was going to play to start. And I just wound up listening to it. And then I wound up doing some mix things. And then I was like, hey, it's sounding all right for a vocal. And I was like, just let me do it. And by the way, I don't usually sing through this mic. So there's that. But I kind of got the gist now. I changed a few. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I changed a few of the words a little bit today too. But actually, it is not on the new album. It isn't. The new album's literally done. I just have to master it. This is an EP that I almost quit on. So it kind of goes with the theme here. But, well, first of all, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see. Whoa, that chat, man. Yeah, I wish you could see it. It's scrolling by so fast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ren, West Teesside, Krista, Veronica, Mr. Hail Slayer, hells yeah. Max, Mike, hey Mike, what's up? Liam, Mai, thank you for being here. Scott, Laurenita, Krista, TMT, Adriel, Eric. I think it's going so fast. It's scrolling so fast that I can barely see them, but it's good. It's a good thing. It just means more people on that than I think are on, because I can only see certain things, but sometimes the chats make it go like. That's a sound effect of what this chat would sound like if it was making a sound. That's how corny I am, that I have to go. You know, that's me. But at any rate, getting back to it. So yeah, like there was a couple of times where I started an EP that I had recorded most of the demos in one day. And then I thought I would work on each song. And last week I played one of them, and this is another one. And the first track, I thought, I've actually done live a couple of times. But this one, not yet. But it's not quite ready yet. I think there's going to be something else I got to do before I can feel comfy playing it live. And from there, I move on to whether it winds up on something or not. But the demos exist, I suppose. But at any rate, why? Why did I give up on it? Well, other songs took precedence, and that happens. projects do come and go. Uh, 2023 rolled around the corner, and suddenly it was time to work on a 30-year album, which I didn't really want to at first, but now it's becoming more fun. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm babbling because that's what I do when I'm nervous. I babble and I look at the wrong camera because, of course, I'm looking right there and it's that one as opposed to that one. And I was thinking about getting another camera. I think I need a synth camera that points at the synths because sometimes I'm playing something and you guys won't see me doing it. So, which is kind of eh. But anyway, I digress. So last night, internets were broken. No pun intended, but they were. Um, well. Thank you for that, Krista. Thank you. She says I don't have a reason to be nervous with abox family. Well, thank you. But yeah, last night the interwebs were broken, and I couldn't even watch anything that I was trying to watch. I thought, oh, here it goes. The internet is going down. So if it does go out tonight, it means that it's not my fault. It means that Spectrum hasn't fixed their little issue in Long Beach just yet. It could have something to do with um, there's a lot of streaming and stuff going on in Long Beach because we have the Grand Prix, which is like literally, not joking, about 5 minutes away from me. So we may even hear the cars coming in through the microphones later. Or it has happened in the past, but this mic is pretty good at blocking all that crap. But no balloons, huh? So yeah, there may be balloons too. So anyway, the topic that I've chosen to start things off with was, when do you feel is a good time to quit something when it's not working? Like, I'm speaking specifically with art projects, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a business that you just keep throwing money into and it's just not going anywhere. There's got to be a point where someone looks back and says, I can't do this anymore. I can't go for this anymore. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been seeing a lot of posts on artists that are, quote, leaving the space, which, some of it sounds like it could be just, that hype about like the last sale before the furniture store closes kind of thing, the going out of business sign, but really it's never going out of business. Well, Streff Ramona Rendell says, when you no longer have a creative interest or spirit. Well, that would be terrible. I think that would be the death of me, like literally. I think I would literally cease to exist. If there is a matrix, that's when it would like unfold in front of me and swallow me up, if that were to happen. Thankfully, I still have ways of getting certain things done, but it was a tough week. But anyway, what I'm going to do is play a song, and then we'll keep talking, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how I last. It's being good so far, and I haven't taken anything, meaning I'm med-free at the moment, and it's gone, so that's good. But I've had a migraine for like the last 4 days now, and the first two were the worst, man. Pretty bad. What actually makes them so terrible? Well, there's nothing that makes them great. So let's just leave it there. But it could have been like, I don't know. It could be that, I needed time off. And instead of listening to what my body was telling me, I kept going. But to be honest with you, I don't think so, because I really wanted to work while I had the thing. So I was so pissed off. That anger was hard to maneuver because I had nothing to do literally for a few days. So it was kind of like, But anyway, I'll play a song, then I'll come back, and then we'll keep talking about well, we won't talk too much about migraines because that's not a good subject. Other than I do happen to remember there's a conspiracy moment happening. Oh, no, I'll save that for later. But anyway, let's play a song. Um, I thought I would play. So this is funny. I probably played this before, but I'm going to play it anyway. But this is World Without Love from the Worth album. But this is the 1987 ish version when we went into an 8-track studio. The very first time, by the way, that we ever went into a proper studio to record, and we laid it down there. And which is funny, but what's funny about this demo though is that we wound up, after we went to this 8-track, we never kept the 1/4-inch tape of it. Basically, all they did was run it off on cassette for us, which is kind of dumb if you think about it. You go through the trouble of paying for the time to record an 8-track, and then when you mix it down, you're mixing it down to a cassette. So that was our master. That's kind of silly. There was no DATs back then or anything else. But my thinking is they could have at least mixed it down to a 1/4-inch tape. But maybe it was a cost issue. I don't remember why we didn't do that. But from the cassette, World Without Love, the cassette version. I'll turn on the UFO cam for this, and let's have a go. I don't know what happened. hot. So let me tell you something funny. So in the end, when Danya does her little ooze, right? That was the first time for the nerds. This is for the recording nerds out there that are listening to this. That was the first time that I had ever heard of sending more reverb through an effect send and then backing it off. Like this is the first time that I ever saw that happen because when she did it, um, and I heard it in on playback, I asked, like, "How did you do that?" And he explained, it's like, "Oh, there's a send, and the more you turn this button, the more it sends the vocal to the reverb." And then he proceeded to give me a quick lesson on send and returns, post fader, pre fader, and he'd done it with a pre fader. So that is where I learned what that was, because before that, the only thing we had that we were doing vocals with was a delay. And what we would do was we would put the delay on a certain setting for every song, and that was it. Like there was no sends. Or rather, we didn't really use them as sends. We were basically just adding some vocal effect, but we didn't really realize that, oh, we could send more output level to the device and overdrive it and do weird things to it. They should have never taught me that, because I've destroyed that type of signal flow ever since. Like I started to like really do weird things with it right away. So one of my favorite things, so getting out of the migraine zone there, just getting nerdy, but one of my favorite things was that, well, we had to save enough money to do it, but I wound up getting 3 MIDI verbs at one point. And what I would do is I would send the output of one using a send into the output of the second, and I would overdrive the second. Um, so it was fun because you could totally overdrive it. And then I realized we could make complete instruments out of those things. So early on, we were like doing weird things like that. So it was kind of cool. But anyway, but that was the first time we were ever in the studio. So there you go. That was the demo. But let's see if anyone wants to call tonight, because, we'll start that early. Why not? So if you want to call, there's the number right in front of you. You can call and you can ask me anything, and I will just chat with you. And then you can request something, and I'll probably see if I have it and play it or whatever it is. But here, we'll keep showing that until one of you calls. But anyway, this said, um, so far so good. Nothing. Okay. Okay, we're all right. Wait, somebody tried to call. Uh-oh. Hmm. What happened? Hold on. Yikes. Okay. You can call now. Um, and there we go.
Call from
Adriel.
to accept press.
Hi, Adriel. You are on the air.
Oh, far out. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much. I look forward to these Fridays every time you do this. You were a little late, but
I
it's
was?
cool to hear your voice, and thanks for playing that song. I love World Without Love, and I've been listening to a lot of your B-side stuff. I'm digging all the stuff that you taught me on the Tezos. Um, I bought some artwork uh,
That's
that you just
awesome.
sent out. I think the other day. Thank you so much, dude. Like you're just an inspiration. honestly. Like I I really I love your music, and you're just an inspiration as a musician, you know. Uh I think about it all the time. Like I show my friends and my family, and they're like, "What is this?" You know.
Who is that weirdo?
Serious. Like, dude, you are so cool.
I
You're
am
so
not.
cool. That's
I'm like the
no,
nerdiest person on earth, dude.
so am I,
I'm
man.
terrible.
Um, so I thank you for doing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I mean, I don't know, Claude. You're so underrated, dude. I think it's so cool, man. Like
Wait, wait.
you're a cool dude.
Okay. You're not saying that it's cool that I'm underrated.
No,
I'm joking. I'm
you're.
joking. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, it's all
No,
good.
thank you, thank you for doing this. I look forward to it every
I've had my
time, and
moments.
I'm sure we all do.
So what do you want to hear?
I oh, dude. Okay. I've been obsessed with this song Goodbye. Um Goodbye, and
I know the one.
um yeah. I'm trying to oh jeez. You got me on the spot now with
Oh,
this
it's all
on
good.
purpose, didn't you? No,
You picked a good one.
your music, I just love the song Goodbye, and you play Worth, our World Without Love. I bought some of your Tezos art, and I wanted to ask you too, like, how do I get the stuff onto my wallet? If you don't mind helping me out with that, not
Well,
to go back into that, but
here's how this works. So I'm glad you asked actually because it's really not as hard as you think. When you bought it, right? You used your Tezos wallet
yeah.
and it does the transaction. And then
No, I just used my no, I actually just used my credit card. I bought it
oh,
off of Object.
I
I
see.
bought it off of so I was I know you could sync the Tezos wallet, and I got it on my phone. I just want it to be on my wallet. I don't see it on my wallet.
Right, because what's happened is you haven't synced that wallet to the account that you
Oh
used.
shit.
So once you
Okay.
do, it'll be fine. It'll sync to it and you'll be okay. You know? I haven't tried
Okay.
buying art using a credit card, so I couldn't tell you, but um I'm glad you brought it up because that's new. That's new on Object. It's a lot easier if you already have your wallet and you have some Tezos in there because
Oh,
then,
okay.
because then it's no big deal. But um can you guys see me? Oh, I just realized I have the camera on. Okay, good. So when you not that it matters because I'm gonna be like, right? But when you buy
Okay.
something with your wallet, with not a credit card, but with your Tezos wallet, it's an automatic thing. It'll do the transaction. Basically, it's a what we call a smart contract. So your wallet talks to basically my wallet. The art gets transferred directly from my wallet to yours. That's the easy one. When you buy it using what we call fiat, which is
Well,
dollars, and you use like a credit
okay.
card, it kind of
Right,
puts it in a
right, right.
holding area. It's like a holding area waiting for you to sync up your wallet to that object account that you made. Once you do that, it'll move it into your wallet, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So,
No, it does. I seen on Object how you can sync the Tezos wallet, but I tried putting I know it's not I don't know how to work all this stuff like
it's
you're
okay,
teaching me,
man. We
and
have
uh
never ever nobody got it right the
no,
first time.
no, like I just I me and my mom love you so much, dude. Like you're you're like one of my heroes. I'm serious, man.
Oh,
And I
thank you for
love
that.
your artwork, and everything you do is so cool. Like, so it's fascinating that you're teaching us this new kind of like perspective on. It's not even just it kind of benefits us, and I really appreciate that. It definitely benefits us, and it to learn. Um,
Can I be a like a total conspiracy person?
dude,
Okay.
I'm all ears.
So one of the main reasons that I started to get into it was the idea of decentralized money, meaning that
Yeah,
money that we
yeah,
have that nobody can touch, that governments can't take. And
yeah.
of course, this the highest honor for that goes to Bitcoin. So I definitely recommend that that's something you head into. But the reason that I want there's two things that push me into that space. The first is obviously art and what I call provenance, which means it's something that I want the art to live on forever. Because one thing that
Yeah.
happens, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What
No, no,
happens?
you're not. I'm a, yeah.
What happens is that
Go.
someday I will pass, right? So one thing I could do is like, let's say, renew my website for the next 10 years, but that would cost me over like thousands of dollars to do that. So let's just say that I do it. Let's
Right.
say I do it. So 10 years after I'm gone, the Anything Box website will stay up, or somebody will take up the mantle and keep paying the bill. Let's just say that happens. That's cool, but I can't guarantee it. So one thing that I loved was the idea that if it's on the blockchain, it's there forever. Meaning, as long as there's an internet, they will always be there. And so that's one way of leaving those things behind where I don't have to worry about where they are. They're just there, whether I have a site or not, whether, for whatever reason, my site would have be taken down or, censored or anything like that. I know that on those Tezos platforms, and on the Tezos wallet itself, it's not censored. So you could have access to the songs or whatever it is, right? So eventually I want to have everything on there. So that's reason number one. But reason number two was just as important. I literally use it as money. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I really do. So I figured out that
No,
like,
absolutely. I get that now. I was kind of like, oh God, that's kind of difficult, and why would I want to do that? But it's almost an investment. Um,
yeah.
dude, you turned me on. You turned me on, like to the whole thing. But um, I is there any way you could like sign the Tezos and make it like specific? Like it's for me and my mom. My mom wanted one, so I bought two of them. And I know some of them you don't allow that. So I can only buy one. I bought one of the piece ones. Is there any way you can sign it to me and my mom?
Absolutely. So listen, DM me on Twitter or Facebook, right?
Oh
Just
God,
just
I
just
don't do any of that. I don't do that.
well, I'll tell you what. Do you
I'm
do
gonna. I do it for you. I'll do it for you.
okay? Or do you use email?
I do. And that's what I was trying to say too. Is like, I mean, yeah. Continue. I'm sorry. I,
Well, what I was going to say was send me a direct message and
yeah.
remind me to do that because I will forget to like I won't see it just from the wallet. I won't remember. So just send me like some info on a direct message and I'll make sure that when I sign it over, I'll do it to both you and your mom. All
Thank
right?
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And I didn't forget. There's another one, you because I think you and your mom were at the Hollywood show, weren't you?
We were at the Hollywood show and the Denver
And the
show,
Denver show.
like
Yes.
a few. Yeah.
So the Hollywood show still has an NFT that I'm still in the middle of minting,
I,
and everybody that
yeah.
was in that is gonna get that too. So
That's
that
what I was gonna ask you too. I didn't know how to. I'm trying to do what you're teaching us, and I mean, if I don't get it, I don't get it. But I'm trying. I'm trying, dude. It's just weird.
I think
It's
it's I
it's
know
and
in the beginning it's really like you should see like the first pages where I first started doing it. I kept minting the same thing over and over again, and I didn't realize I was doing it. And so, like the first page, I think there's like
the
30.
world
Yeah,
without
yeah,
love.
yeah. I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
messed that
dude.
up.
Yeah, that's so fucking
I
cool.
have
No,
totally
I'm gonna
messed
buy.
up.
How, so how do I get one of those? Cause I want that, but I have to bid for it, right?
No, those are still. I don't know if there's any left, but I'll see. I'll see. I have no idea. I haven't
It
looked at it in
says
a long
there's
time.
25 of them.
Yeah.
It says
Oh,
there's
there
25
was.
of them.
Yeah, yeah. There was 25 of them. But yeah.
Oh,
But but notice how like now when you go in, you can see like an addition will say there's 25 of this. Whereas when I first did it, there was
oh,
literally I did one at a time, so there was like 25 different pictures.
oh
So
snap.
yeah, so
Okay, okay.
obviously I didn't know what I was
No.
doing.
Oh,
So we all
that's
make the
what that is.
mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
made a total newbie mistake. And so
If
yeah,
you could if you could play the Teardrop Collector or Goodbye, Goodbye. It's dude. Thank you so much, dude.
best caller
You're
ever.
just you're so cool,
You're
man.
so positive. I love it. All right, so you got it. I'm gonna play goodbye. And I well, which
You
one
don't
do you
have to
want?
play it now. You
Goodbye,
don't
or
have to.
teardrop collector?
You play whatever
Hmm.
you want, man. You're just the coolest fucking dude.
All right, Ariel. We will
I
see
love
you.
you.
Thank you so much. I love you too. Say hi to your mom.
I will. I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. So I'm gonna play goodbye for him. Or the teardrop collector. I don't know. Maybe I'll play both. I'll play both, but I think I did one of them the other day or last time. I don't know. I say the other day. I don't know. I've had a migraine for 5 days. What do I know? Teardrop collector. Teardrop collector.
Have you ever held the teardrops that have fallen from above as the angels fell to earth in spite of all their pleas and sobs? Do you ever touch the water that is salted from their pain? All the 100 million faces you collected from today. Do you ever feel a joy in hoarding all these vials away? Have you opened up the contents of a young bride's broken heart? Do you ever hear the cries, or do you steal them in the dark? Have you often dreamed in loneliness or beckoned by the stars? Must you always follow passion? Must you claim all of the fun? When the teardrop collection you've constructed for no one, will you always break the silence? Will you always take the fall? Mr. Teardrop Collector, do you ever cry at all? soul deflector. When I hear somebody cry, I know that you are hiding there. Do you wander through their emptiness to drain them of their tears? Do you feel that it is wrong to do this, or am I naive? Mr. Teardrop Collector, are my worth 2 cents to keep? Teardrop Collector. Teardrop Collector. Teardrop Collector. Teardrop
So I butchered Adriel's name. It's Adriel, not Adrian, not Ariel, but Adriel. I realized that I messed up your name. So, um, but it just goes to show that you can mess up an easy name, even though it's a simple name. You can still mess it up. That's just the way it happens sometimes. So I'm at the right camera this time. Good, I can relax. Oh, that's what I wanted to do, is relax my posture here. So, yeah, it's been a week. So I'm going to show you something funny. So I've been working on both books. This is what I did. Well, let me back up. I always get ahead of myself when I'm about to tell a story, and then I mess it all up. So I had a migraine. I couldn't look at the screens, which meant I couldn't work on the books. So I thought. I really couldn't work on music because 99% of everything I have is on a computer, which means no screen literally means I get to do nothing. Although I've tried, believe me, I've tried the approach of like, let's turn on the computer like this. Let's load up Ableton, doing one of these, and then, let's just try to feel our way through. It doesn't work. So it was the first time in a long time that I actually wanted just two things to have around. I was hoping I had an analog synth that was just lying around. I do have one, but it's sort of funky because I tend to use it as a percussion device. So I don't want to draw. Basically, it doesn't thrill me as a synth on its own just for me to have it. I have the little guy. Wait, hold on. I should have done this. So I have this guy right here. I don't know. You can't see it. Okay. The little microbrew. I do have that. I should have thought of that. That would have been a good one. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. But yeah, I was hoping that I was like, I need a drum machine. and I need an analog synth, and then I can be happy if I have a migraine and not have to stare at any screens. So that would be my only qualm, or my only reason, I should say, to have some analog gear again, just so that I don't have to look at a screen once in a while. Um, Brian asks, do you prefer CV to MIDI or vice versa? They each have their thing. Um, it's a complicated answer because if I was doing mostly modular things, CV is fantastic, and obviously that's the way to go. Um, but I prefer MIDI only because I do a lot of things with CCs, and it's what I got used to because I came into everything on the digital side. So since a lot of the synths, I can't say the word, since most of the synthesizers that I've owned were digital in some way with analog components, I tended to not use, um, CV too much. On my sequential tom, I had CV, and I would sync it up to my Juno 6 that way. Um, but you know, that's hopefully an answer. But yeah, so because of the stupid migraine, I was like, Lita says on Facebook, migraine brain always makes me feel like my brain is bruised. The synapses just don't fire correctly. Yeah, they're not firing correctly now because I can tell you that I'm getting over it, and it's weird. It's almost as if I'm playing like a weird game of ping pong in my head. Like all the synapses are off, right? But especially when it's like happening, it's terrible. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, I had a migraine. But what I thought I could do was certain pieces of work that I had sort of put off. So I'm going to show you something really funny. So believe it or not, this this really funny rainbow book that says "Make me happy," or what does it say? Well, I don't know. Make my day happy. I don't know. It says something on there, but now it says hope on there. So this is my mock. So in this book, basically, um, I jot down like what's on page 1, what's on page 2, and so forth. What it helps me do is right now I'm working on the book by basically not doing layouts. I'm in different pages in my software, but I'm not aware of what page that will actually be. It might be page 3, it might be page 6, whatever it is. So this little book helps me figure out, like, for example, page 26 and 27. I don't know, you probably can't see that, but I'll tell you what it says in a minute. So page 26 is there's a painting, and on page 27 is the Life is Fun lyrics. And when you turn the page in the book, sorry, that's one of the last pages. But anyway, that's what I was doing. So I bought a bunch of these, and I have a much nicer one for the new album, of course. And inside, I have like the same thing. It just basically says painting on this side, that's a spread, that kind of thing. It just helps me with layout. So this has actually advanced the book quite a bit. And I did this mostly while I was sick because I thought, well, at least I can draw on normal paper and I can figure out some, so I basically mocked up both books this week, which is good because now I know exactly where certain pages that I finished go into the main layout. And Eric is asking me, do you design your albums with Adobe Photoshop or other software? That's a good question. I used to do Photoshop, but I don't like the subscription model. I don't like that it was acting funky with me, and I really didn't like it. So I ditched Photoshop and I got the Affinity Suite, which is what I use. and I love photo, Affinity Photo, Designer. I love Publisher. I love. I used to use that stuff when it was not called Affinity. It was called Serif, and they've come such a long way. I couldn't get along without it now. I really really love it. So so yeah. So Adriel asks, "You're still on, Adriel? Good. Favorite synth? So my favorite synth, one of my favorite synths is the Cat. It's called the Cat. It's one of my favorites. I actually thought of buying the Recreation by Behringer and having that around with a drum machine to make weird noises with. And the other one is the ARP Odyssey. I love that a lot. Those two I love a lot. And of course the Mini Moog. Hi Ivan. Hi Steve. Sorry, I'm saying hi to people that I first see on the chat now because it's still scrolling like crazy. Dang, it scrolls. Hi Wendy. Sorry if I don't mention people right away. It's like it's going fast. But anyway, so I got to do weird non screen related jobs, and so I did a lot of drawing and painting, which is good because at least I can do that. It's not so bad, even though I'm like feeling migraine brain. At least when I'm sitting down to do some art with just a pen, it doesn't feel so bad. So I could write. So I was writing some lyrics down, uh, looking at all the, the different notes that I had, although not reading them. But I know it sounds funny, not reading them, not really reading them, but just knowing like, oh, that's right, I have this step to do. So that's what I was doing this week, which is tough. But eventually, of course, getting back to stuff. But I do have news. I have news. So I'm playing San Francisco. That's set. Um, well, I don't know about favorite poets. No, Blake. But where was I going with this? Oh, so yeah, speaking of poetry, I am going to San Francisco. So yes, I will be in Long Island on the 3rd of June. On the 13th of July, I'm going to be in San Francisco. And soon to be announced South America, but I can't talk about that yet. I just can't. I'm not allowed. But once I am, I will definitely let you know. Greg. Hey, Greg. What's up? Greg says, Claude, have you heard about GPU audio using the computer's GPU to process plugins and audio? I have, actually. I think I downloaded one of the first things they did, and I was messing with it. Quite cool. I hope that trend continues. Hi, Lalo. How's it going? Favorite electronic band? That's a tough one, man. That's still tough for me because it depends on my mood. So even if I say Kraftwerk, I don't really mean Kraftwerk. Even if I say New Order, I don't really mean New Order. Even if I say Depeche Mode, I don't really mean Depeche Mode because it's on my mood. And when I'm in a mood for a band, at that moment, they are my favorite band. But anyway, we can put the link. You can put the link up, Robert. Robert's in the house. Yeah, it with me, music is very strange. It has to do with moods. It all depends. But I don't know, because I really love Air. I really love Boards of Canada. I really love Kraftwerk. But I think it's more of the it's a weird thing to concede, but here's a funny thing. I tend to get information from that. So I'll put on music and I'll get information. And when I get information, it usually sends me on some weird trip, and then, I go writing. So it depends. Oh yeah, Underworld, definitely. Um, yeah, I love Boards of Canada. I really do. Um, can't you tell? But yeah. So, um, ooh, new band, Nation of Language from New York. Ooh, no, you'll have to send me a link. Definitely Ladytron, especially early Ladytron. I really like early Ladytron a lot. Um, but um, but again, it all depends on mood. It's a mood thing. Um, so yeah, so there we are. But anyway, it was this feeling of like wanting to quit. But I don't mean like quit playing music or quit playing. It was just like, I don't want to work on the book for like 3 weeks now, or I'm going to put off everything and just not do shit. But the reality of it is that is not the way it works, at least for me. So I couldn't quit. Like, I didn't want to quit. So there is something that happens when I have migraine brain, which is really weird. Um, if, and this is a big if, but if I'm able to get to a room that is completely dark, where there's nothing but darkness, although I'm in pain, I've learned to sort of meditate and take myself into strange places. And as a result, I made some really crazy art when I woke up from, you know, because eventually from all that pain, you fall asleep. But, which is weird. At first, you can't sleep. You want to sleep, but you can't. But then it hurts so much that you just fall asleep, which is really strange. Yeah, that's the feeling. That I don't wanna. Right, exactly. And you just want to stay. And then that's how I was. I was like, but I didn't want to stay, but I didn't have a choice. It was almost like the choice was taken away from me. So, and if there's one thing I don't like is not having choices or not being free. Anything that has to do with my freedom, I get really, really fight or flighty. So, and mostly fighty. So, me and the migraine man, we had it out for like 5 days. It was terrible. But what I liked was that the amount of ideas I got out of it were good. So I can honestly say that was a good thing. The black book, for example, is like filling up with more drawings, which is really good. Um, and you know, so Robert posted a remix of Just One Day, although I don't know that I can play it, Robert, because it doesn't work that way. If I play a YouTube video, it doesn't go through the audio. So I think we're asked out of that one. You guys can watch it, or I'll post it tomorrow, but I can't play it. I'd have to have a file. It's weird how, because I'm streaming from the same computer that's recording audio and video and everything. So when I try to play something from the web, it doesn't go. It doesn't like it. It could crash. It could crash, mate. But FM Attack, New Division Drab. Oh, a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, you can. Well, even so, I don't know. We'll save it for next week. We'll save that one for next week. But all right. So one of you can call me. And that's the number. If you can, well, that's not showing shit. Oops. That's the number. All bad tonight. All bad. So that's the number. But let's play a song. Or somebody call me and then I'll play a song. Ah, crap. What am I doing? I'm playing a song. We'll get the call later.
filter out from my veins, and all I need is time to breathe. There you are, on the signs ahead. For 14 hours, a ghost that sat by my side, and how I dreamed you in my mind. Because you turned me on just to turn me off. You gave me wings, and there you brought me to hell. And I uphold a ride in you.
Ah, what is it doing that?
That's breathing while you're seething. Take a picture. I'm sitting here lower than before. 1,000 thoughts filter out from my veins, and all I need is time to breathe. There you are, on the signs ahead. For 14 hours, a ghost that sat by my side, and how I dreamed you in my mind. Because you turned me on just to turn me off. You gave me wings, and there you brought me to hell. And I uphold a ride in you. That's breathing while you're seething. Your restlessness consuming us. The radio plays the song again. I tune it out for melodies, just rewind. What is lost, I lost 3 times. What you are, what you seem to be, now all gone, hopelessly never free. And what was broken stayed with me. Because you turned me on just to turn me off. You gave me wings, and there you brought me to hell. And I uphold a ride in you, in you, in you, in you. That's breathing while you're seething. Your restlessness consuming. Home. A yellow chair, an empty room, a breathing tube, a half-made memory. It's what is left of you and me. Metal words fill the floor. I see a flag on a rooftop floor. In the wind in a distant land. You turned me on just to turn me off. You gave me wings, and there you brought me to hell. Am I a Polaroid in you, in you, in you, in you? You turned me on just to turn me off. You gave me wings,
I was putting up random pictures because they're on the same hard drive that was streaming from, and I was thinking that maybe the drive was doing something funky. So I thought if I kept loading things, it might just keep it from not messing up. Apparently, it worked. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. That was quick thinking, I think. Although the picture, of course, was strange, but that's okay. Could have been worse. Um, oh, yeah, I was like, the New Order song? Because someone said Dreams Never End. The New Order song? I can't play other stuff. I'm not allowed because I'll get dinged, and it's a bad thing if I get dinged. They literally like really, really do a job on me if I break the rule. So I can't play that stuff. But if you were talking about the Diary song, then that's a different thing. Oh, well, no, not that one. That one usually goes over okay. Oh gosh, where is that? Well, we'll look for it. Maybe we'll play that too. But ooh, is it around here somewhere? I wonder. That I should have that handy because people keep asking for that. Oh, I don't know where it is. Crap. I messed up. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I won't give up looking for it. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, what you can do is call me. You can call me. Oops. You can call me and we can talk while I look for it because I have no idea where it is. It's like, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere.
Call from
Sue Castillo, aka the Countess.
to accept, press 1. To send a
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
You are on the air.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
They're like, everyone's.
I
No, we're
I
good.
just
We're everyone's. At least 3 of us are surviving migraines for this week, which is sucky.
yeah, I kind of been off and on myself this week. So yeah, I missed the first half of the stream, so I did just pop in. So I'm kind of needing to catch up with what everybody's been talking about.
Well, what we were talking about was, is there a time to quit? That's what we were
That
talking
time.
about. Like literally talking about quitting. Like when is a good time to quit?
Quit and me quit whatever, or what do you?
Yeah, like quit. Like just quit. Period.
I don't think it. Well, it depends on what it is. Me personally, if it's something that I really, really love, then by all means, I'm not going to quit. I mean, I don't care if people are telling me to quit or telling me something's not good. I don't listen to people. I just do what I do because I love what I do, and I don't let anybody dictate what I can and can't do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, I really like that song you just played. That's one of my favorite songs actually.
Oh, thank you. So, have you tried the Tezos thing yet? Out of
Have I tried
curiosity.
what?
The whole like crypto thing yet. Have you tried it or no?
No, I haven't. I'm just totally clueless
It's
when it
okay.
comes to that stuff.
No, I was just curious. If you had. Um I was just curious is all. But
No,
so
I wouldn't mind. I've been curious about it, but I never tried it.
yeah, it's been fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So,
Oh, okay.
New York, so the other thing I was going to talk about. So this week um there's an NFT event in New York City called NFTNYC, which of course I missed yet again because this time, well, number one, I have commitments all over the place, and
Oh,
I missed all the entries to all the contests, so which
oh,
sucked.
okay.
really sucked. I was like, the
Yeah.
one thing I could do, the
Yeah.
one thing that I could do.
Yeah. So, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm actually playing San Francisco on, um, but don't quote me because I could always get the dates wrong on the stream because I don't have them in front of me. But July 13th is uh, see, I forgot already. I got them all mixed up already. My
Mm.
migraine brain. No, so
Yeah.
uh, July 13th is San Francisco, and then I'm playing
Mm.
El Paso on July 1st. June 3rd is Long Island. And
Okay.
I think um, uh, what was the other one? There's another one in there coming. But yeah,
Okay.
like I have to design a whole. I actually thank you, Isla. Um, oh, so funny. I'm watching the
Yeah.
chat just scroll by, and I'm like, oh my
Right.
god, there's so many people. It's so awesome, but it's hard to keep up. But so
Yeah.
yeah, so there's a couple shows coming, and I have a South America thing coming, but I can't tell you where yet because it's not set in stone. So
Right.
I don't want to do
Right.
anything until they say you can talk about it now. But yeah,
Right.
I'm actually going to South America, which makes me very
Yeah.
excited.
I know Jay keeps asking me too when you're coming to Houston.
It could happen this summer. Definitely. Or it could happen around Thanksgiving time for sure.
Yeah.
Cause you
Which
know,
that'll give me time to make whatever arrangements to try to make it over there.
oh yeah, I always let you guys know early. It's not, I never do it last minute. So yeah, they're a
Right.
ways
Right.
away. Um, but I definitely post all the flyers to the shows as they happen. I
Mm.
post them.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, yeah,
I
for
know that
sure.
I know one. I don't think it was last year. When you played Houston, it was happened to be on my birthday, but I had to miss it because I remember you played on my birthday and I couldn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Isla on YouTube asked, "Did I hear June? There's a June. June 3rd.
Mm.
Is Long Island.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a bunch of shows coming. But so what do you want to hear?
Mhm. Hi.
Hi,
That's Jake saying hi.
hi, Jake.
Um, yeah, he did. He can't hear you because I'm on the phone, but he can kind of hear what you're saying. But what song should we hear, Jake? Oh, that's his favorite. He's always wanting you to play clean.
That's
Cause
awesome.
that's
I
his
don't care.
favorite.
That's perfect.
Yeah, because that's his favorite song. Okay, you can play that because that's his favorite, and that's one of my favorites too.
That's so
So
funny.
yeah, we can
All
play
right,
that.
that's what I'm gonna play. So I'm gonna
All
play
right.
clean, and then we'll come back and I'll talk more about the NFT NYC thing because it's an interesting subject. But well,
Okay.
thank you for calling.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go find it. I have it queued up, and there it is. Okay.
Okay. All right. Take care.
I think I might do a twofer. So
Okay, that'll work.
I'm gonna see if this works because I don't know. I think I may have done something bad here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when I play. Oh gosh,
All right.
I'm scared
Well,
now.
you take care and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you,
All right.
thank you, Sue.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Jake. Ah, repeat, and okay. I think I found the temptation thing. I played it a few weeks back. Oh man, I hope I'm not playing the wrong version. We're gonna find out. If it's an instrumental, I'm sorry. obviously I messed up because it's not the right version. And for some reason, I'm not pulling it up. It's like I can't find it. No, no. Terrible, terrible host I am. And Greg's in the house too. And it's like, I feel like it should be here, but it's not. And it makes no absolute sense whatsoever. Why? Why is this happening? Yep, I can't find it. It is not here. Somewhere along the line, it got moved. And I don't know where it got moved to. And I'm afraid to go into too many weird hard drives because then it could crash the system. That makes me mad. Why can I not find this song? It should be easy. There should be no trouble to find it. Let me try something else. Meanwhile, let's play clean because I can, and then I'll look for the song, I promise. Back to the hard drive.
Everyone is fine.
Well, I have to disappoint you because I don't have it. For whatever reason, it's not on this system. Somehow it's got to be on a drive that I had. Mm, oh, crap. It's on one of my two external drives, and they're not hooked up to this computer right now. They're hooked up to the laptop because I'm working on the books over there, and so my files are over there, and I think that's where it is because here I don't have it, and I'm missing a bunch of other ones, which I'm I'm pretty darn sure that's why. So I can't play that one tonight, but I will have it for next week. I promise. I will literally open the stream with that New Order cover. I swear, I will open the stream next week with that New Order cover because obviously I want to play it. But I can't. So, sorry. Don't kill me. I can't help it. It's not here. And if I were to go search for it right now, it would just, yeah. So Jose G says, "Have you watched the on Netflix the series Beef?" I don't think that I have, but anything, I'm just going to say this straight out. Anything that I watch on TV, streaming, or any type of media that tries to put down crypto or try to say that it's only used for nefarious purposes or it shouldn't be used or we have to regulate it or like what's her face? Senator Warren, who wants to start a complete crypto army to take it out. Anyone or anything that's doing that is propagandizing for governments who do not want it. If you want to see crypto working in action, just go and see what El Salvador is doing. They're doing amazing work with it. They're using it as their money, and they were able to pay off their national debt. They are never going to have to bow down to anyone ever again. They paid their national debt. We can't even do that, but they did using Bitcoin. So I don't trust any media that starts that stuff. There was recently an article in the New York Times, for example, that tried to say that Bitcoin mining was polluting and doing all this stuff. And it was discovered, and I'm not joking, it was discovered that the town that they actually took a picture of, they put a brown filter over the photograph to try to make it look like the town was polluted because of the Bitcoin mining. The filter was real because people sent in pictures of their town and said it doesn't look like what you published. So I do not trust any major media outlets of any kind that get into that whole crypto thing. So what is it about, Jose? But anyway, but yeah, so I don't, yeah, I'm very anti-establishment to begin with. So for me, crypto is like the savior of the world. If people would just start using it, we would have more leverage with what we want happening in our world. Let's put it this way. The warmongers couldn't get their money if we didn't allow them the money. So there's that. Oh, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Ivan, for that super chat. And for all of you who sent super chats, it might have gone so fast that I didn't see it. But if you sent a super chat, that's really awesome of you. And thank you. But yeah, so again, I'm pro crypto, obviously. But obviously, I'm also smart enough if something was wrong with it, meaning that I thought that a certain type of crypto was worthless, I wouldn't be just, shilling it. I'm not a shill. I'm not a shill for media. I'm not a secret CIA agent. I am not any of those things. And of course, people who say that usually are that, but in my case, no, I do not shill. Bitcoin is really important and could have massive effects on your life So that is why, I try to teach people about it because I learned about it and it literally has changed my life. Um, as far as other crypto goes, my love of Tezos goes without saying, but Tezos I use as money, but I also use it to collect art. So, oh, Alex says, I just got home from not seeing the Depeche Mode concert because I couldn't get tickets. Oh, man. Sorry. Sorry about that. Um, Sorry you missed it. I missed them in Las Vegas, actually. It didn't happen. I was going to do it, but I couldn't. Again, commitments. But yeah. Ivan, if there's anything you need to do to contact us, the easiest is Facebook or Twitter or something. Um, but yeah. Um, ooh. Okay. All right. I'm going to check that out. Jose says that it's a road rage incident between two strangers, a failing contractor and an unfulfilled entrepreneur. Sounds like the news. Sparks a few that brings out their darkest impulses. Definitely sounds like the news. All right. It might be cool. um, oh, Liam. Damn. I'm not even going to read what you just wrote. But I somewhat agree, but still. Yeah. Yeah, the whole Ticketmaster thing sucks anyway. I wish uh see, that's the kind of thing, man. Like, I don't know. Anyway, um but yeah, so I didn't make it to New York City for NFT NYC. But what's interesting is that we have the Grand Prix going on here in Long Beach, and I'm like, why didn't they partner up with crypto people to do like a crypto NFT thing here in Long Beach? I would have been part of that in a second. Um, the art scene in Long Beach is fantastic, or I should say, it's coming back. The pandemic almost destroyed it, but luckily for luckily for me, I'm going to say it how I feel it. Luckily for me, it's coming back because I'm seeing a lot more artists showing and stuff. So I think it's going to come back. But that really did suck when it was gone for a while. But I digress. I would love NFT LBC to happen because obviously, you know. So, oh man. Oh, well, I don't know about that yet, Mikey. Um, Maybe you're taking me to bad flower. See, the thing you gotta understand, and here's me and Mikey arguing now. The thing you gotta understand that if I go to a concert the day before I have a concert, that could really mess me up. I tend to not do that. I tend to avoid it only because it's happened before. My ears might get blown up or plugged up or something happens, and then the next day I am effed. So I will take zero risks with shows. You will find that I don't do the party thing the night before. I don't go clubbing. I don't go to shows. I don't do anything the night before a show other than relax, eat good food, really good food, and rest. That is the way that I operate when it comes to shows now. I can't, at my age, I can't go to clubs and do stuff and then the next day do a show at 2 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't work. It'll F me up. So, um, oh man, jeez Louise, the comments. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube tomorrow when I post it, just look at the comments. I'm not going to comment on I'm just going to just tell you the comments are like off the hook right now. Crazy. I don't like to get into that stuff because it always goes bad. So I'm just going to leave it right there. I saw some good stuff. I saw some okay stuff. But gosh. Oh man, but can you imagine the terror of any artist about to put an album out? Like That's literally the terror that you're going to feel. So it brings me back to the conversation at hand. When do you know if it's time to quit? I'm going to say it like this. I think that the time to quit is when it starts to hurt you, literally hurt you, more than it starts to do good for you in life. Um, so I would say that even if you make 10 records that nobody buys, or you for a year none of your paintings sell, or you wrote a book and it didn't do the whole Amazon super bestsellers list and you didn't make it, you might have done it, like, don't worry, it's coming. Like, it may have like completely flopped. That is not the time to quit. That's the time to do it again. um that's the time to reassess, perhaps, but not quit. I think that the time to quit is when it starts to literally hurt you, meaning that you are hurt by it, that creating in and of itself becomes so painful that you can't bear it. Um, and even then, I don't even think I would say I'm quitting. I don't think I would ever utter the words, I'm quitting this space, or I'm leaving music, or I'm never going to paint again, or any. I don't think I would say that. I could be wrong. So we'll see how this plays out in the future. But I think that I would probably say something like, I'm burned out. I need a break. And so I'm taking a hiatus of some sort, but I'll be back at some point. I think that's what I would say. I don't think that I would just stop, because I always find it funny when people say, I quit, and then they come back, because it's like they were so adamant and then they stopped. But I get it. The feeling could be really strong. So I would never quit. And I would never recommend quitting music or art. I would say take a break. Sometimes that break hurts, like me getting a migraine for 4 days. It hurt. It sucked. I couldn't stare at a screen. I couldn't draw on the computer. I couldn't play music. So obviously those things suck. Um, so you're funny, Mike. Oh my God. You're causing major ah what the comments. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm never here to put down anybody. I will never do that. Um there's a lesson I learned a long time ago when it comes to bands and certain things. I might say to somebody, look, I didn't enjoy this or I didn't like that, but publicly I don't do it. And the reason I don't is because I know how much work it takes. So it's not up to me. The way I look at it is, I just might not get it. And if I don't get it, that's just the way I feel. I don't get it. Um, you know. Well, so Liam, you're saying, I'm just gonna read one of the comments. DM are good guys and absolute legends and a big part of my childhood, but we have to be able to call them out when they don't write a good album. What I found interesting, um, I tend to agree with you on a part of that comment. What I found interesting, um, what drew me to listen to it, was that they had outside writers come in. And so in that case, we can say maybe that was a bad experiment, that, they can't. That that maybe they couldn't, maybe they had to take a break and they couldn't come up with anything. So they had to use outside writers for a while, or maybe they wanted to do collaborations to see how it would come out. Some would say it worked. Some would say it doesn't. I know there's a lot of fans out there that say that it did work. And then there's the other side, fans that say, I don't think it worked. Honestly, I'm still giving it a shot. But it didn't move me the way that Black Celebration, let's say, moved me. But that's just my own feeling because it could turn around. So I leave it at that. And exactly. Elizabeth on Facebook says, after death, how could it be easy? Exactly. How could it be easy? I don't even know how I'd handle it. Um, even, yeah, like I can't even imagine that. So Carlos Mode says, DM's album is great, and I loved it. And I watched them in LA and Vegas, and I loved how the new song sounds. See, there you go. So it's split as most things are in 2023. But I think that you know it's one of those things where you got to give it time. Sometimes you have to give it time, or you don't. I mean, there's so much good music out there. So, ooh, Stephen Olaf says this is an interesting thought. I just want to read this one. Paul Simon said he ran out of musical ideas and sold his full catalog for $250 million on his way out. Then, a new title came to him in a dream, and a concept album of sorts is due out in May. Yeah, see, I knew that was going to happen. This is what I think when it comes to this funny story, which we know I would have to verify, but I'm going to assume that you're telling the truth, Stephen. I trust you. Let's say that he ran out of musical ideas and he sold the catalog for $250 million. Okay, so he's rich. I think he was already rich. So he's got more money than he could probably use. And then he probably went to have some crazy experience somewhere. And that's when the title came to him, which goes back to even when you don't have money, even when it's, I ran out of musical ideas and nobody wants to buy my catalog. That's not happening to me. I'm never selling my catalog. Well, I shouldn't say never. It would have to be a number so vast that I would be okay with never having owned it again. Because that would weird me out. Like I'm in the process of never mind. Different story. But let's just say that all the perspectives change. And so one couldn't, I don't know, I couldn't fault Depeche Mode for let's say, let's do one last album to honor our dead friends. And, after this massive tour, we're going to call it quits and sell our catalog for $250 million. I would not blame them one bit because they've done an amazing career and had a very long and prosperous career. And anytime that you decide it's time to stop, it's fine as long as it's real. But I don't know. I don't think they're done, to be honest. I don't. I think that there's something still happening with them, and something really amazing could still surface. And that's the hope that I have, is that with every band that I've ever loved. Look, I did not enjoy a couple Radiohead albums that I thought I would like, and I didn't. But there were some that I loved that other people didn't. So I totally understand that taste is a funny thing. I'm pretty sure most people didn't like Kid A very much, and I loved it. I absolutely love that album. But that's me because it fits my brain, but it doesn't fit a different brain. So, but I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have asked them to call it quits on that merit. But I was referring to more that idea of I've nothing left to say, so that's why I'm leaving. It seems to me that Paul Simon probably thought that. But see, there you go, Mike. You hate all Radiohead after the bends. Well, my case is made. Because I actually loved Moonshaped Pool, and I actually really, really love Hail to the Thief. I love, Kid A, all that stuff. So that's when I actually really fell in love. So I love OK Computer. So that's what I mean. Like, you can't expect to please everyone all the time. God knows I can't. So I give them their, I give each person their, I give them their kudos for doing it and for having the bravery to do it. You know, does that make sense? All right, I'm going to play a song now. I'm going to play a diary song that was requested earlier. I'll put on some moon thing. I think I'll do the, oh, maybe this one. Yeah, we'll do this one. All dreams must end. Did I play this last week? I don't know.
Many different meanings through the door. Just when I thought there could be no more. Turn like a poet desperately, writing words to fill this distant need. Disintegration in my mind now, like an old book in my hands. Turn the pages, read for hours. It always comes to close. All dreams must end, even though I try to defend. All dreams must die, even though I have these tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my All dreams must end, even though I try to defend. All dreams must die, even though I have these tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. In my eyes.
Let's make it a twofer. Time is slipping. Ooh. That was an interesting question. Yeah, we always get to the death thing. Oh man. I try to avoid it, you see, because otherwise we spend a lot of time talking about death. Because humans love to talk about death. Death, sex, and taxes. Apparently. Shit, my taxes are due too. Damn. See? Yeah. Tim asks, speaking of Heaven 60, was there some Smashing Pumpkins influence? No, I don't think so. Um, yeah, I know. Taxes are a boring subject. Well, they're not, yeah, they're boring. Sorry, they're boring. Nobody wants to do them, but we have to. Um, Stop it, Mikey. Anyway, it's that time. So I'm going to just play the last song and then say goodnight. And I will see you all next week, of course. I like the very first 7 Red 7 album. I actually really like it. But so I will see you next week. I do feel better. Hopefully I won't have any reoccurring migraines. And hopefully Mikey won't be in a Depeche Mode bad mood. No, but we'll see you all next week. And I should have updates on shows and stuff. And I promise I will start I will start next week's stream with the Temptation cover that I did with Vic 20, which was really awesome. And he was here tonight, and I tried to play it, and I couldn't pull it up because it's on one of my spare drives. And I will get it on this computer, make sure that it's always there in case it needs to be played. And I will play it next week. That's a promise. And meanwhile, you can follow me on Twitter, YouTube. Please subscribe. Facebook. Yeah, too much coffee. You had coffee? You actually had coffee? I thought you didn't drink coffee. Anyway. Too much tea, you mean? Oh. Oh, wow. You know what's funny? I've been playing the first Joy Division album, Unknown Pleasures, in my car for like the last week. So anytime that I was in the car, that has been coming on. And yes, I do Twitters a lot. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to play the last song of the evening, which is Goodbye. And I will see you next week. I'm going to turn the moon overhead on. And while the moon's spinning around, I'll play the song and turn off all the lights. Have an amazing evening. Have a great weekend. And thank you for all those super chats. They didn't go unnoticed. Hit me up on Twitter if you have more questions. I will try to remember. I'm going to try that whole buying something with my credit card on Tezos and see how that works out so I can talk about it again. Because it's worth talking about. Meanwhile, be nice to each other. Be nice to Depeche Mode, Mikey. Good night.
You're leaving tonight is the last time I'll see your face again. Does it have to end this way? Does it sad. The future will pass you by. You don't have to smile as you walk away. The train is waiting for you in the rain. Oh, the train will wait for you in the rain.
Good night.
I'm part of it. Can't you see it?